What it is intelligence is defined by prediction. And I'm going to work you through this in a few slides here. I'll give you examples of what this means. Here's a system. Engineers like to look at systems like this. Scientists like to look at systems like this. They say, well, we have a thing in the box, and we have its inputs and its outputs. The AI people said, well, the thing in the box is a programmable computer, because that's equivalent to a brain, and we'll feed it some inputs, and we'll get it to do something, have some behavior. And Alan Turing defined the Turing test, which is essentially saying, we'll know if something's intelligent if it behaves identical to a human. A behavioral metric of what intelligence is. And this is stuck in our minds for a long period of time. Reality, though, I call it real intelligence. Real intelligence is built on something else. We experience the world through a sequence of patterns. And we store them, and we recall them. And when we recall them, we match them up against reality, and we are making predictions all the time. It's an internal metric. There's an internal metric about us sort of saying, do we understand the world? Am I making predictions? And so on. You're all being intelligent right now, but you're not doing anything. Maybe you're scratching yourself or picking your nose, I don't know. But you're not doing anything right now, but you're being intelligent. You're understanding what I'm saying. Because you're intelligent and you speak English, you know what word is at the end of this sentence. The word came into you. You're making these predictions all the time. And then what I'm saying is that the internal prediction is the output in the neocortex. And that somehow prediction leads to intelligent behavior. And on top of it, we have this memory system called the neocortex. And the memory system is sitting over the sensory part of the brain. And so as the sensory input comes in and feeds through the old brain, it also goes up into the neocortex. And the neocortex is just memorizing it. It's sitting there saying, I'm going to memorize all the things that are going on, where I've been, people I've seen, things I've heard, and so on. And in the future, when it sees something similar to that again, so in a similar environment or the exact same environment, it'll play it back. It'll start playing it back. Oh, I've been here before, and when you've been here before, this happened next. And it allows you to predict the future. It allows you to, literally, it feeds back the signals into your brain that let you see what's going to happen next, will let you hear the word sentence before I said it. So let me give you a few examples of predictions. I already said the word sentence. In music, if you've heard a song before, if you heard Jill sing those songs before, when she sings them, the next note pops into your head already. You anticipate it as you're going. And if it was an album of music, at the end of one album, the next song pops in your head. These things happening all the time. You're making these predictions. I have this thing called the altered door thought experiment. And the altered door thought experiment says you have a door at home. And when you're here, I'm changing it. I got a guy back at your house right now moving your door around, and they're going to take your doorknob and move it over 2 inches. And when you go home tonight, you're going to put your hand out there, and you're going to reach for the doorknob, and you're going to notice it's in the wrong spot. And you go, whoa, something happened. It may take a second to figure out what it was, but something happened. Now, I could change your doorknob in other ways. I can make it larger or smaller. I could change it from brass to silver. I can make it a lever. I can change your door. I can put colors on it. I can put windows in it. I can change 1,000 things about your door. And in the 2 seconds you take to open your door, you're going to notice that something has changed. Now, the engineering approach to this, the AI approach to this, is to build a door database. It has all the door attributes. And as you go up to the door, let's check them off one at a time. Door, color. We don't do that. Your brain doesn't do that. What your brain is doing is it's making constant predictions all the time of what is going to happen in your environment. As I put my hand down this table, I expect to feel it stop. When I walk, every step, if I missed it by 1/8 of an inch, I'll know something has changed. You're constantly making predictions about your environment. Also, memory of sequences. You cannot learn or recall anything outside of a sequence. A song must be heard in sequence over time, and you must play it back in sequence over time. And these sequences are auto-associative recall, so if I see something or I hear something, it reminds me of it, and then it plays back automatically. It's an automatic playback.